Hello guys, how are you? I hope you are all doing well. Guys, welcome to today's reaction video, guys. First, I want to thank you for always coming to watch my videos, guys. I don't take that for granted. I want to thank you for your love and support you showed me. Thank you, guys, and you are welcome. Today's reaction video is going to be a short one, but there is just a couple of things we need to address. We are going to start with the Marwa today. I know most of the reactors have spoken about this, but I also had to go and watch the video myself and also come with something because I believe that this reaction topic, which I'm starting with, is really need to be spoken out. And I believe many people saying the same thing will put something in Ayamarwa's head. The thing which we are going to start with is where Ayamarwa was holding baby Maisha. I think it's the day before yesterday. He was out at the compound at the garden and he was sunbathing the baby. The thing is, the baby is so fragile, the baby is so very young, few days old. This baby is not even 1.5 weeks old. So the baby's body and the bones are still very, very fragile. It's like that a little chick, when the chick, when a chicken lays an egg and, lying on its eggs and they come to that point where the eggs are ready now to crack and, bring a chick out. If you've seen that a chick, the way fragile they are, this is how Maisha still is in a form of a human being. And Marwa took Maisha outside the house to sunbathe him. And he was sat on a chair and he positioned Maisha on his laps. And he was holding his GoPro camera on the other hand. And the other one hand is the one which he was, like pampering him on his back. But what I realized here is Maisha, the way he was lying across the Ayamarwa's laps, it was very, very uncomfortable. You can see it when you watch that video. His legs were hanging on one side. You can imagine the body is squeezed here by the laps, and his head is hanging on the other side, and on top of that, the head is covered. The thing I saw, this thing, the piece of cloth there is very thick. So you can imagine the sun looks very shiny. So Marwa mentioned it was hot, but it's not too hot. But you can imagine for the baby, it can be very hot. And then again, the head is put this weight of the vest. And the way the vest is, thrown on Maisha's head, nobody cares how it is. It's just like that there. So the child's head was hanging, and you can imagine Maisha's neck is really, really wobbly as well. And it was now trying maybe to hold the weight of the head, and still it can't because he is forced to lie like that. And I found this very, very unhuman for Marwa really not to concentrate or to look the position of the baby. He need to ask himself if this baby is lying comfortable. I really felt really bad when I watched that video of Marwa and Maisha outside. At that point, Rosho was still indoors, so probably she trusts Marwa with her baby or their baby, but I won't, because we know Marwa doesn't have this experience, and he is not like a caring person that much. I haven't seen his caring side of anything, because it is not even long time Maisha has been born. Marwa was complaining about Roshio is not, he is having a problem because Roshio is spending more time with the baby. And not letting baby be, and we spoke about that, and we saw to the point of a baby being given time to sleep on a bed when he is asleep daytime. But Marwa, the way he was putting it at that time, it sounded somehow. I think he's gonna start having some competition with the attention, with the whole attention goes to Maisha from Roshio. I think Marwa is gonna struggle with that one. But let's not get lost to our point here. Our point is how he really kept that baby when they were sunbathing outside. It was out of order completely. Marwa need to realize this child's bone, they are very fragile. The neck, his neck, he cannot hold his neck yet. His neck is gonna go, you know, wherever. If he goes like that, he'll just go. The child hasn't got, the neck is not strong enough to hold the head. And that's why this neck need to be supported. The head need to be supported as well. The other part he need to make sure it's supported is the back and the waist area. When you are holding the child, those areas, they are very fragile as well. But Marwa just let Maisha lie down like that, and you could tell that child was not comfortable. Before we go to look to the clip of what I am talking about, I just want to say there is a point when he was still holding the baby lying on his lap, because he was busy with his camera. He went like he was shocked himself. Ayamaro went like, Maisha, as if he gonna answer him. Because I think he realized something, because you can tell, you can feel from your body, because the contact, body contact is there, even if the child is wrapped with his clothes. You can feel this, you were not putting it properly. So I think his head told him, or his brain said, oh no, you need to check on the boy. And then he went like, oh, Maisha. And then he said, oh, I think I need to change the position. And he picks Maisha up, put him here on his shoulder, and he said, oh, he's still there. So where were you thinking he was? Where did you think he went? He is there with you. Yeah. So you, in your head, something very unimaginable came into your head. Because why would you say, oh, I think I need to change his position, call his name? Of course, he's not going to answer you because he's a little baby. Put him on your shoulders and said, oh, he's still there. Because maybe he panicked and thinking, oh, Maisha is not there. Maybe he was waiting to hear that Maisha is still breathing. What a shame. What a shame, guys. What a shame. The other thing is also, before me putting the clip, it's when now he decided to stand up with Maisha. Maisha was very, Marwa hold Maisha up here. So the legs were here and the other body was all that way. So his back and the rest of the body, I mean, his arm was almost at the bottom of Maisha's bum. So the other body is just chucked up there. And then you can see the child's head is at the back and it's leaning at the back. And it's like leaning there, you know, hanging. Let me say hanging. So if we're gonna watch these clips, guys, and you can see what I'm talking about. But yes, that was so dangerous because his back is not strong at all. It's like a sponge. The bones are very soft still. They need to be strong. He needs to give this child at least 3 months, something, 2 months to, you know, even 2 months will still support your child, the baby. So if he is very clever, he need to go and watch how he was holding that child. And then you'll see why people are coming for him. That child could be damaged. His back can be damaged. Anything could be. If it was my child, I would have taken him back straight to the doctors and just say, it's the first time I'm carrying my child like this, but I'm not sure how I hold this child. That child need to be checked out because he wasn't comfortable at all. There was a time Marwa is walking and it's like he shifted the baby like this, and you can see that move, the way he shocked the child, like it was just like a heavy move for Maisha, and the head, Maisha turned the head. Somehow he managed to turn the head, but yo man, it's not okay. It's not okay. And it wasn't like something happened for 2 minutes. He was there outside with that child more than 5 minutes or so. The child being like that. So at that point where he was, juggling or positioning the child with one hand, because of course the other hand is busy vlogging, the child, the head moves. He don't even understand how the neck is, because the child is moving the neck and the head is heavy from the neck, more than the neck. So these clothes they are covering his face with, they just fell off. And I think where Roshu was indoors, she was looking at the movements, because Roshu, she saw the cloth has fallen down, and she came out of the funny studio. She came out and picked that little vest. When picked up the vest and shaked it like this and covered the baby again. So that was also very weird, because I thought Rocio knows better than this. This, their compound, it's where their dog is walking all the time. We don't even know where this dog goes to poo. We don't know, maybe he wheezes all over the place. We don't. So, and also is the compound which they are trying to clear. There could be a lot of bugs around there, maybe some germs or stuff. That cloth falling down and you are running, just shake it and put to a newborn back on their head. Excuse me. You are risking this child's health. He can get any kind of cold because of dust. Children are very sensitive. Especially babies are very sensitive. Their immune system is not that strong. Not strong yet. It's just a small baby. So go back indoors, bring a clean cloth and cover your child with, if it is a must. I don't know why they are bothering themselves and keep, making their life very hard, because they don't want to show the face. It's ridiculous, because it's simple. Let the baby be with the mother. Come and show what you want to show outside. If you want to sunbathe the child, don't bring the camera with you. Simple as that. Let your both hands and your mind dedicate all those to your baby. And maybe you'll have a better results after. You can always come back, get your camera and tell people, oh, I had lovely times here with the Maisha. Even maybe Rosho can be taking you some pictures. And then if it's a proof you want us to, to believe in you, then, show us a photo like, oh, even this photo Rosho took us, or I took it when I was here with the, sunbathing Maisha. But you don't need the camera. Like I said the other day, he was moving the pieces of wood. You don't need the camera all the time with you. Guys, before I continue talking, let me put the clip for you so you can watch. See when he was sat with the baby, and when he stood up and took few steps, and all this shenanigan of the piece of cloth falling off from Maisha's head. See why that, what causes that cloth to fall down. It's because he's trying to adjust the baby with one hand. And tell me, he's adjusting the baby with one hand. And what about the baby's back, the waist, the head, So guys, let's watch the clip and come back and analyze a little bit more.
Welcome to Daddy's special day, guys. Here I have Maisha, and the sun up there is crazily not super hot, but medium hot. So I brought him to actually get some sun, and as you can tell, his skin is peeling slowly. He's my big boss, Maisha. I think I need to change the style. Wait, okay, Maisha. Okay, Papa. Maisha. Yeah, he's still there. Daddy's big day. Maisha has grown that if I put him like this, he hits everything and shows up his head. I hope he doesn't show before we decide. That is how Maisha. And sometimes I like to put him behind some nice pictures. Oh, let me show you. Maisha, no. Yeah, Maisha. Here we have to see it. How is everything good, Matata?
Everything is good.
Let me see how my family looks like. My new face of my family. Maybe. That is my new face of my family. Thank you so much, Mr. Mtu. I received your message. I changed my old number. If you ever had an old number, guys, now I have a new number. People are texting that number, and that guy is very annoyed. He responds to people very rudely, and they think Marwa has changed. It's not me. I swear it's not me. Yeah, we changed that number. I announced it many times, and I'm still announcing it here. Welcome, guys, to Argentina. This is Maisha. Maisha today has been sleeping. Even the dog knows Maisha. Ven, mirar, ven. Ven, saludo, Maisha. Mira. Hola. Oh, he ran away. She ran away. Hey. Come on. She doesn't like that. Alright, maybe it's time for me to take Maisha in the house. Because honestly, I think he's already asleep. That sun hits him hard and makes him get vitamin D and sleeps immediately. Okay, guys, let's put this guy here.
I said, guys, Marwa is adapting, or he's got this behavior of feeling like his life is all, his life depends on his hand holding a camera. It's his illness, it's his like disease, So he struggles not to walk anywhere or do anything without a camera, and which is the reason this caused Maisha, these uncomfortable moments with his dad, which is very, very wrong. We say so, guys. Later on the video, Marwa decided to go out to have a haircut, which is really good. He needed it. Because since I think they went to the hairdressers back in Nairobi, he hasn't had a haircut since he been into Argentina. I think he was still feeling like nervous and things like that, because he was talking about, before I came here, people, they were saying Argentinian people, they are racist and stuff like that. He been there in Argentina before, according to him. So I don't know why he should be a bit, he looks a bit nervous and stuff like that. But when he was walking back home, it was very nice for him to find a group of boys who were playing football on a pavement, on the road, actually. And they were like kind of friendly to him. And they got him involved to their game. So he kicked 1 or 2, 3, kicks of the football and, with the boys. I think even that made him a little bit too happy. He is still a human being. Let's see things the way they are. He is horrible, but I'm just saying this probably made him a little bit happy and, you know, pushed his confidence a little bit up. And that now he can feel like maybe more going out on his own, doing more vlogs and stuff like that. But there is a point after this, having a little play with these boys, he said now, ciao, ciao, he's going home. But I didn't know Mr. Luis's or Rochio's home is just a couple of steps away. So Marwa went like, oh, I'm going to hide and I'm going to go in quickly. I don't want these boys to know I'm entering one of these doors here. So when he went like hiding at the corner of the, you know, of the entrance, and as he rings the doorbell, in a second the boys followed him. And they were so interested probably to know him because they were speaking in Spanish. So I just saw that, oh, he was shocked. He was like, oh, they've come to find me. And then all of a sudden, the next thing they were like, he was like showing them his YouTube channel. And then they also offered to show him, you know, a little show because one of the boys, they were riding bikes and they know how to ride bikes and like lift the front wheel and do some, you know, 1-on-2 swags. So they did it for Marwa, and I think that was nice for him, you know, to feel a bit to boost his mood, because he'd been so miserable because of his own wrongdoings. And when you have too many errors and you are a mature person, these things, they're not gonna make you feel better.
Argentinian football. I think they are playing. Amigo. Okay, okay. Okay. I have to be careful. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? Muy bien. Oh. Cuidado. Ok, la última. Ah, ya, ok. Ok. Cuídate. Ah, nos vemos. Ok, chao. Ay, Mira coche. Cuidado. Cuidado. Cuidado, ok? Chao, chao. Ok. Ok, gracias. So they say obrigado. Okay, so they think actually I am from Brazil because they said obrigado. I have to hide and I don't want them to know I stay right next here. You know? I will disappear like churro. Wow. So guys, I'm back home after a beautiful shave, and let me go see what Rocio is doing, how she's feeling, how she's doing. I'm actually interview her a little bit to know what's going on. They came to find me. Yo vivo aquí. Okay.
¿Sos influencer?
Sí.
¿Cómo tu canal?
¿Tú tienes celular? Ok, él tiene.
Sí.
Ok.
¿De dónde vienes?
Kenia.
Kenia.
Sí. Kenia, África.
África, sí.
Sí. Whoa.
¿Cómo
1
es?
minute, Mr. Luis. I am Mar.
Hola.
Mr. Luis, 1 minuto. ¿Cómo así? Espera.
¿Sos conocido?
Sí. Oh,
Recién empezaste, digamos.
ok. Sí. I, M, no. W,
Ahí. Ahí.
y esta. Ah.
Ahí.
Sí, busca esto.
¿En
Ok.
YouTube o...?
Y mañana tú mira mismo.
Dale, saludos.
¿En video?
Sí.
¿Mañana?
Sí, mañana.
¿En qué plataforma?
En YouTube
¿En YouTube?
hay mucha gente
Dito, gracias.
Mitad de millones. Okay. Oh.
Grabalo.
Sí, sí.
Ahí,
Te van a give me a shot.
colgando.
¡Cuidado! Okay, mira mañana. Okay.
No, actually, when he was with the boys, there's Mr. Luis who opened the door for him. So they walked back inside together. Mr. Luis had a chance to saw the boys. So he walked back indoors together and they went back to the compound outside. And that's when he was talking to Mr. Luis. And at some point, he decided to tell us, oh, guys, do you know... my father-in-law, he is very good. I like the way he looks after me. I really blah, blah, blah. I love my father-in-law, or this or that. And then he have to, to interpret this in Spanish to Mr. Luis. And guess what Mr. Luis said to him? Mr. Luis told him, like, oh, yes, I will look after you if you look after my daughter. This tells me very clearly the love Mr. Luis is showing you, or that's what Mr. Luis was trying to tell Marwa. The love I'm giving you and the care I'm showing you is for my daughter. And we already seen you are not you don't take care of my daughter, because Mr. Luis and Mrs. Luis, maybe they are trying to ask themselves, what if Rocio gave birth back in the villa? This man, the way he went to sleep. Because Marwa seemed to look this thing like a very small thing. But it is not a small thing at all. Especially now to the in-laws, it's not. He don't know what they have inside their head because of this. He doesn't know at all. And me, for sure, I know the way white people behave, they can tell how we Africans see things sometimes. Little things we take for granted, they mean a lot to a white person. And this is for sure. So that little moment he gave up that night and went to sleep, it could make these parents have changed a lot towards him. And they've got nothing they can do now, because they can't ask him, jump on plane, go back home. There is a commitment between him and their grandson. But it's something which will, it's worrying them. It's worrying them. So Marwa really, he needed to adjust, that's for sure, to maintain his relationship with Mr. Luis. I think so. And probably he need to find a way on how to try to act very differently, so that they can start believing in him. And probably, because it takes a long time. If we are feeling it, just tell me. What about the Rocio's parents?
Wow. Guys, I really love my father-in-law. He's an amazing man. He has never shown me any sign of disrespect or anything. He's always supportive. A mí habla con mi gente como a mí, te amo mucho, papá. Te amo mucho. Es porque,
Bueno,
en realidad, tú eres mi mejor amigo ahora aquí en Argentina.
claro.
Imagina esto.
Y bueno, sí, por supuesto. Tenemos para estar, bueno, como vos te portás con mi hija, yo me tengo que portar con vos. Ahora, si vos te portás mal con mi hija, yo me tengo que portar mal. Es así en todos lados. Es cierto.
Mr. Luis says, because I take care of her daughter, of his daughter, now he has to take care of me, But if I don't take care of her daughter, he will not take care of me. Hey, Mr. Luis, 50-50. Oh, todo lado. He says
En
all
todos
over.
lados, que sepan que eso. Ya, te voy a mostrar esto.
So guys, my next point to this reaction video, we're gonna talk a little bit about Kohera Senior. Kohera came with a video talking about cultural abomination. It was a very unusual topic, because these people are from Kenya and I am from Kenya, but some of the things, they are new to me. I've never heard about it. I think it's to do with the Korea people because they still carry their culture, and I think very seriously. So what was Kohera talking about? He spoke about so many different things to do with their culture abomination. It's very scary and inhuman to me. The first thing he was saying is if a child is born or a baby is born with the legs, coming out, is abomination. So which means he told us if one child was born like that, they are seen like they are bringing a curse to the family. And if one family have a child born like that, what they basically do is, call all the close family members and friends and keep these things like a very secret. What they did is take the baby and chuck the baby somewhere far away where nobody can find the child. Or another thing is to take the baby and bury the baby and forget about it, and also to keep this story very secret so the other people in the community will never find out. OMG, this family are bringing so much stories to us. This is so very illiterate, I might say. Oh, why the child is born is out here. It doesn't matter which side they came out, they are here, they are breathing. Why do this? It's also a human being. So I really was so very, my emotion was really going too deep. Like, I can't imagine doing that. I can't imagine taking a child which I have given birth to go and check. This child is fine. It just came in a different angle. So I cannot imagine they had to go and either bury a live, breathing child, baby, or chuck them away somewhere very far where nobody can see the child and keep it like a secret. So that, but even though they kept like a secret so that the community doesn't find out, what were the answers to the people who know them in the community and they are not their family members or friends? They can be far friends. They seen them pregnant. What was the answer to them? I really am asking myself questions.
Which is an abomination. Ladies and gentlemen, you see, when sometimes children are born during the pregnancy period, the child rotates in the womb, and it happens that very unfortunately this child has brought during the party time, the legs come out first. The legs come out instead of the head. Such a child actually is not wanted in our society. Such a child does not. What used to happen is that if such a thing happens, it will be a secret between the parents. They will collect those who are very close, they come together, they go and they actually throw that child or bury that child far away so that this child, so that the rest of the community does not know, because they believe it will bring a very bad curse in the family.
So in that matter, I really went and to look up if children are born like that, even in today's, life. And when I was looking up, I went and came up with some information here. And it says that, I think it's called a breach. A breach. What is a breach? Possession. Most most babies are positioned head down around the 36 or 37 week of pregnancy. Sometimes, however, the baby is positioned so their feet or their bottom would come out first during childbirth. This is called a breech presentation. Breech births occur in approximately 1 out of 25 full-term births. This information was recorded on 3rd June 2019. When I read a little bit more, I found out that your care provider during your pregnancy, they do feel at some point they touch your, your tummy, your abdomen, just to feel how the child is lying, And those days, a long time in Africa, you get these midwives, but they were not called midwives. Anyway, yes, in a different language, because these old ladies, they have helped so many women to give birth just naturally. So they knows how to handle a child. And if during the pregnancy, a woman would feel some discomfort or maybe pains on their back, these old ladies were called. And when they comes over, they will massage your, your pregnancy with the warm water and probably like massage it slowly, slowly. They know how they were doing, just normally at the abdomen area. So this is the same thing I read here. But even though those days, people like Kohera's culture, I don't know, maybe it's lack of knowledge, not knowing, because the research says that these children can turn on their own. They turn. But at this point of 36 to 37 weeks, the child could be helped to turn back. In nowadays, we have a lot of, technology has come. So I think these kind of things, as I read here, they are not normal. We had this 1 out of 25. They are not like very common, because we have this technology where the, like, for example, a scan where they can, and the scan starts quite at a certain age of pregnancy, and where they can see how the child is positioned inside the womb. So let's say those things, they were not there in past, but these ladies, women who do this to position and massage your abdomen and, make sure they can feel the head of the baby, they can do. So this is just caused by the complications of the pregnancy. It's nothing to do with the curse. For me, I found that was too harsh. And how many children, how many babies has been, buried alive or abandoned in a very far away area where no one can find them, so they can be eaten there by the wild animals. That is so it's not human. I hope, I did not even listen to the whole video, but I listened to a couple of things which I'm gonna talk about. It's very hard to listen to. I hope they don't do this. Say this is brought because of lack of knowledge, illiteracy, and all things like that. And evilness, guys, evilness. Because once a child is born, as I said earlier, they are breathing, you don't have any right to go and bury them alive just because they came out, the legs out. Sometimes some children, when I was reading the research, they say a child can come even the legs out, or the bottom will come out first. Even there is even another point where a child can turn around and the back will be facing, like lying on your womb, and the child is born like that. The child is born. If they are breathing, the mom has delivered. Whichever position, these babies shouldn't be, abandoned or buried alive because they feel it's a curse. It's so bad. It's not okay. So as I said earlier, there is another, point I found here. This is all on NHS website. So yeah, NHS website, which is National Health Service here in the UK. If you go there and, ask this question, is it normal to have your, a child to be born with the legs coming out first? Or just search with your own words and it will bring all this. So on this research here also it said, your pregnancy care provider may be able to tell which way the fetus is facing by placing their hands at certain spots on your abdomen. By feeling where the head, back, and buttocks are, it's usually possible to find out what part of the baby is positioned to deliver first, which it doesn't say is a problem. Or what it says is by the 36 weeks to 37, they can turn the baby around. And it's all right. It's all right. It's not like a curse. Anyway, I'll put a clip of Kohera Senior when he is talking about that, so that we can get to understand these things together. The other thing Kohera Senior spoke about is also another abomination of if the child's teeth, when the child starts growing teeth, and the top lip or the top gum, upper gum, the teeth shoots out first. Because normally the tooth start growing from the lower part of the mouth. So he did say that is also abomination. And in this case, he said where the mother gives birth to a child and the child has grown, start bringing the teeth out, or the teeth starts growing. Once they discover the teeth are starting to grow from the upper gum of the mouth, it's a curse. And what the mother does is to take this baby to find a main road, a busy main road, and go and hide, put the baby by the main road. And then the mother will go somewhere and hide to make sure that that baby has been taken by a stranger. Because a stranger will pass by and see a baby and like, oh, what a surprise. Nowadays, if you found, or somewhere like here, if you do come across something like that, which is rare, I've never had, you will, contact police and stuff like that. And then the child will be probably taken to the, for people who looks after children, or so many places, so many organizations does that. And if in the future you want, the child first will be safe, you have reported it. And if you want to be involved in this child's life, you will, talk with the police or anybody, and then they can support you, to be able to raise this child. Depends. But this story of taking a child to a main road, where is the main road, and, display a child there on a side of the road, then find a place and hide where nobody can see you, wait there until somebody picks that child. What if this child has become so thirsty, hungry? I don't know the process. It really doesn't make sense to me. So what Kohera Senior said here is that if the person, a stranger, comes close and see the baby and pick them up, they can take the child with them and, raise the baby. And because this baby is not their blood, they wouldn't have any curse. And because the baby has been separated from his or her siblings. Oh, God. Well, how sad is this? So we live to learn, guys. We live to learn. And every day we learn different things. There's nothing wrong with the Kohera coming to, to tell us about their culture and things they believed in. But I hope they don't believe in this kind of things in today's life. Because people are seen ahead. People have gone to school. People have, interacted with education. And yes, It's a lack of knowledge here, really.
Also, another one on the same note is when a child is born and is born very normally, but during the teething process, the child brings out the upper teeth. Normally, the child, the lower teeth comes first, but when the child brings the first ones out, the upper teeth, that is an abomination, that is a taboo. That is actually a taboo, and as such a child was not allowed to mingle with the rest of the normal children. So what used to happen is that the mother could wake up very early in the morning and she finds where there is a main road. There is a main road, she puts that child besides the road. Besides the road, very early in the morning when people are starting passing there, maybe going into different directions, that mother hides that child there, and then she hides nearby the bush, watching. There is a person who will be passing, and he or she will get that child, and he will take that child with him, feeling so well that he has gotten a child. Reaching there, discovering that one, for him it will not be an abomination because that child will have been separated from his or her siblings. Yeah, so that is actually another serious abomination which used not to be welcomed in our society.
So yes, guys, yeah, as I said, it's very wrong. It's very wrong. A child is a child. No matter how we've seen so many children born here, their teeth doesn't grow properly. Yeah, they have to go to dentist and have all these, their blazes they put around just to keep them there for some months, and then they will shape their teeth. Some they just grow and stay like that. It's not hurting you, it's not an illness, it's just normal. It's how you were born, and that's how your teeth decided to grow. So most of the things people did in a past, long time ago, they were so inhuman. Because even you, what if, because it's you given birth to this child and the child came legs first, you are the one to be punished? Would you say yes? You'll be very vulnerable, because even that time you cannot run, you cannot speak for yourself. There are pains all over your body, for example, like Rusho, like last week, and so yeah, if she was so vulnerable, maybe now she can talk for herself. But last week when she gave birth, like that day she was crying because I am Marwa, blah blah blah, went to sleep. What if her child came with the legs first and she's told, oh, it's your fault to give birth with the child legs first, so we are taking care of you? What is it? What is this? This is so evil. It's very, very evil. What if the mother of the baby, oh, it's your fault your child is growing teeth like this, so you have to pay a price. And the price is we're going to take you to the forest and leave you there. If somebody stranger comes and find you, we're going to tie you on a tree. So it's not gonna we'll leave you there where you can, make your way to go and find help. We'll leave you there, whoever comes. It's so unfair to the babies. They are innocent. They are innocent. And this is wrong. It's very, very wrong. But, we can do nothing about it. But I'm sure today's life, if they are still doing it, then they're gonna have to face the law. They won't do it today, probably not. In my opinion, the person who takes these innocent children, babies, either to go to bury them alive, chuck them in a forest where nobody can find them. The other ones, because of the wrong, growing in whatever they don't like, the position of the teeth growing fast, taking them to the main road, you know, to leave them there for strangers to carry. They are the abominations themselves. Whoever did that, they are the one who are carrying the curse. And I'm sure whoever did that in those kind of culture of Korea, their life never ended very smoothly. Or during their life, somehow they suffered, and probably even suffered after death. It's very, very wrong. People don't do these things. A human is a human, no matter what. You want to tell me now in a culture tribe, there is no anybody now, or a grown-up person with the maybe teeth, one is in, the other one is out, or something like that. You know, it's just so evil. But anyway, guys, let me thank you for your time. Once again, let me thank you for watching my videos. Let me, you know, take this moment to appreciate you. Thank you so much for everything. Please keep on watching my videos, guys. Please keep on share the videos if you can. Please give the video a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. It's always good. I appreciate all that because it's gonna take this channel ahead. Guys, I beg you, please do so. Subscribe to the channel, watch the videos, share if you can. Thank you. That is enough for today. Let's meet again tomorrow with another reaction video, guys. Thank you, and I love you so much, guys. God bless you. See you tomorrow.